Jesus wept. Jesus wept. That was a short version. Jesus wept. That was a short version. It's no longer my own sorrows dropped for the shadow of the happy. Sentiments for the past, for the sobbing of the withering. Reflecting the beauty for the dry. Lips for the sweetness for the kisses, and where is she? I wept for the beyond the ocean, the understanding of the need for the know the greatness of the patience in their spirit and the air capsules of the conveying. To you, the breath of the dying youth is there, a secret communication between the angels that would carry you to my complaint. Where is she? Where are you, my beautiful star? The obscurity of life that cast upon me, the blossom for the sorrow for the conquered me. Sail the smile into the air, never reaching, level me for the breath of the fragrance into the air they would sustain. Where is she? How great is love? How little am I, maybe? That's not possible. Poet, with the dark wings of the night enfolded through the city, which was nature with the spread of an pure garment with the snow, with the man deserted to the streets of the full house. Search, warmth, north, probed, contemplation of lane, waste gardens. This is the suburb stood for the hope hut. Heavenly ladder with the snow in and out of urge. Darkness recessed with the hover, the poor with the bed. Dying youth for the young staring at them dim lights. Oil in his lap made for the flickering. And to them winds with the spring life foresee. Fully thought that I could be peaceful for the hour of freeing myself. Clutching for the life of the fast feeling, yearning for the only one waiting. Visit gratefully upon your pale face and the dream for the dawning hope. Loops, sorrowful smile, and the eyes of forgiveness. Perishing for the hunger in the city of the living rich. He was placed in the earth into the world for the living a heart for the man, for the beautiful, for the profound sayings, for the noble soul, for the goddess. Understanding to soothe and make a gentle human spirit better last. He gladly obeyed for the cold earth, farewell without seeing the smile for the strange occupants when this was the breathing of the last one not to have besides the save and the oil. Companion for the parchment, inscribed within heart for the feeling of the savage who remains to the withering strength. Heavenward, moving his eyes hopeless as if he wanted to penetrate the ceiling in order to see the stars beyond the veiling clouds. Come on, death. Soul is no longer in you. Come close to me. Unfasten the irons of life around the weary for the dragging. Come on for the deliver for the angels and the neighbors and the welcoming me upon as a stranger because I interpret the language of the pound of the angels and who the peaceful death for the carry me for the multitudes of the left in the dark for the corner of the oblivion for the because I bleed, because I weak, because I am as they do for the come of the gentle. Enfold me with your white wings for the fellow men for the wanting other, embracing other to death for the love and the mercy for the lips and the touch. We'll never taste the mother's kiss, but the sister's cheeks, or more the less the careless, or sweetness, heart, fingertips, to come take the love or the death. Besides to dang upon the peering angel, supernatural in the divine beauty, holding my wrath between the lilies.
Jesus wept. He said, where are you?
My beloved, you in that little paradise watching the flowers who looked upon the infants in the breasts of the mothers? Or are you in the chamber where the shrine of the virtue placed in honor with upon which you, my heart, soul, a sacrifice amongst the books with the seeking the human knowledge with the repeating of the heavenly wisdom of the companion of the soul? Where are you? Are you praying in the temple of yourself, in the calling of nature, in the field, in the heaven of your dreams and dreams, and in the huts of the poor, for the consoling for the brokenhearted, for the sweetness of the soul, so that filling the hands of your bounty? You are God's spirit everywhere, and you are stronger than the ages. Do you have memory of the day we met, when the halo of your spirit surrounded us and the angels of love floated about singing in the praise of the soul's deed? Did you recollect the sitting in the shade of the branches, sheltering ourselves from humanity with the ribs, protecting the divine secret of the heart for the injury? Remember the trails that the forest we walked, with the hands joined together, leaning against each other with we were hiding ourselves from ourselves when recalling for the hour I bade to the farewell for the married time for the kiss for the kissing on the lips with the kiss and talking for the joining of the lips of the love for the revealing of the heavenly secrets of which I've returned. You cannot utter the kiss for this introduction to the group, Almighty to the breath for the turn into the man, sigh for the lading of the spiritual world, announcing glory to the soul for whether it's perpetuated for again we meet. I remember you kissed me with tears. Holding a vow, said, earthly bodies must be separated for the earthly purpose and must live apart and pale for the worldly intent. But the spirit remains joined safely in the hands of love until death arrives and death joins the soul to God. Love is chosen for the delegate over her. She is beauty who offers to her follower the cup of the sweetness of life from my own empty arms, and you shall remain my comforting groom, and you, memory of the eternal wedding, but only where are you now? My other self. Awake in the time silence of the night. Let the clean breeze convey to the heart's every beat of affection, the fondling of the face of the memory. The image is no longer my own. The sorrows drop this shadow on my empty counterpass. The continuance had withered my eyes for reflecting of the beauty of the dry lips in which you sweetened with kisses. Where is she? Not to hear the weeping, like an ocean breeze.
This is the midst. This is the midst.
Alive
Central.
tonight.
Or the pyramid century.
The
Been
world's
held for too long.
greatest drummer,
To return.
Joe Jones.
Messiah and more. We all here. Make us at the foot of your power.
Jesus wept. That was a short version. It's no longer my own sorrows dropped for the shadow of the happy. Send it was for the past, for the sobbing of the withering, reflecting the beauty for the dry, lips for the sweetness for the kisses unwearish. I wept for the beyond the ocean, beyond their understanding of the need for the know the greatness of the patience in their spirit and the air capsules of the conveying. To you, the breath of the dying youth is there, a secret communication between the angels that would carry you to my complaint. Where is she? Where are you, my beautiful star? The obscurity of life that cast upon me, the blossom of the sorrow that conquered me. Sail the smile into the air, never reaching, level me for the rather breath of the fragrance into the air that was sustained. Where is she? How great is love? How little am I, baby? That's not possible. Poet. The dark wings of the night enfolded to the city which was nature with the spread of a pure garment with the snow of the man. These headed to the streets of the full house. Search, warmth, north, probed, contemplation the lane, waste gardens. This is the suburb stood for the hope hut. Heavenly ladder with the snow in and out of urge. Darkness recessed with the hub of the poor with the bed. Dying youth with the young staring at them dim lights. Oil in his lap made for the flickering. Answer them winds with the spring light foresee. Fully thought that I could be peaceful for the hour of freeing myself. Clutching for the life of the fast, for the nearing, for the only one waiting. Visit gratefully upon your pale face and the dream for the dawning hope. Loops, sorrowful smile, and the eyes of forgiveness. Perishing for the hunger in the city of the living rich. He was placed in the earth into the world for the living a heart for the man, for the beautiful, for the profound sayings, for the noble soul, for the goddess. Understanding to soothe and make a gentle human spirit, but alas, he gladly obeyed for the cold earth, fell by without achieving. The smile for the strange occupants, and this was everything, and the last one not to have beside the save and the oil. Companion for the parchment, inscribed within heart for the feeling of the savage who remains with the withering strength. Heavenward, moving his eyes hopeless as if he wanted to penetrate the ceiling in order to see the stars beyond the veiling and clouds. Come on, death. Soul is no longer you. Come close to the me. Unfasten the irons of life, for I am the wary for the dragging. Come on, for the deliver for the angels and the neighbors, and the welcoming me upon as a stranger, because I interpret the language of the pound of the angels, and who the peaceful death for the carry me for the multitudes of the left in the dark for the corner of the oblivion, for the because I bleed, because I weak, because I am as they do for the come under gentle. Enfold me with your white wings for the settlement for the one and other, embracing heaven for death, for the love and the mercy, for the lips, the touch, never taste the mother's kiss, but sisters cheeks more the lesser careless, sisters heart's fingertips, come taste the love and death. The shot to hang upon the tears. National design, rap between the limbs. wept. That was a short version. No longer my own sorrow dropped in the shadow of the happy. Jesus wept. That was a short version. It's no longer my own sorrows dropped for the shadow of the happy. Sentiments for the past, for the sobbing of the withering, reflecting the beauty for the dry, lips for the sweetness for the kisses, and where is she? I wept for the beyond the ocean, the understanding of the need for to know the greatness of the patience in their spirit and the air capsules of the conveying. To you, the breath of the dying youth is there, a secret communication between the angels that would carry you to my complaint. Where is she? Where are you, my beautiful star, the obscurity of life of the cast upon me, the blossom of the sorrow for the conquered me? Sail the smile into the air, never reaching, level me for the breath of the fragrance into the air they would sustain. Where is she? How great is love? How little am I, maybe? That's not possibly. A poet with the dark wings of the night enfolded through the city, which was nature with the spread of the pure garment with the snow, with the man deserted to the streets of the full house, search, warmth, north, probed, contemplation, the lane, waste gardens. This is the suburb stood for the hope hut, heavenly ladder with the snow in and out of urge, darkness recessed with the hub of the poor with the bed, dying youth with the young staring at them dim lights, oil in his lap made for the flickering, answer them winds with the spring life foresee, fully thought that I could be peaceful for the hour of freeing myself, clutching for the life of the fast and yearning for the only one waiting, visit gratefully upon your pale face and a dream for the dawning hope, loops, sorrowful smile, and the eyes of forgiveness. Perishing for the hunger in the city of the living rich, he was placed in the earth into the world for the living a heart for the man, for the beautiful, for the profound sayings, for the noble soul, for the goddess, understanding to soothe and make a gentle human spirit, but alas, he gladly bathed for the cold earth, fell wild without seeing, the smile for the strange occupants, when this was the breathing of the last one not to have beside the saved and the oil, companion for the parchment, inscribed within heart for the feeling of the savage which remains to the withering strength, heavenward, moving his eyes hopeless as if he wanted to penetrate the ceiling in order to see the stars beyond the veiling in the clouds. Come on, death. Soul is no longer in you. Come close to the me. Unfasten the irons of life. I am the weary for the dragging. Come on, for the deliver for the angels and the neighbors, and the welcoming me upon as a stranger, because I interpret the language of the pounding angels, and who the peaceful death for the carry me for the multitudes of the left in the dark for the corner of the oblivion for the because I bleed, because I weak, because I am as they do for the come under gentle. Enfold me with your white wings for the fellowmen, for the wanting other, embracing other, for death, for the love and the mercy for the lips.